When I tell people that I lived in Alaska for 15 years, they usually gasp and say, "Woo, you lived in Alaska?" And so I like to talk about it. It's an interesting place. And I'd like to know, has anyone here lived in more than one state? If you would, raise your hand. Okay, more than one town? Have you lived in a different town? Me too. And so that's what I want to share with you today. I want to share with you my experiences in my other homes. And I hope that you'll be able to relate to what I'm talking about. On brainyquote.com, it's a website, there's a quote there by Oliver Wendell Holmes, and it goes like this: "Where we love is home, and the home that our feet may leave, but not our hearts." So today I want to talk to you about my childhood homes and memories from Missouri, and then second I'm going to talk to you about my Alaska home as an adult. My childhood in Missouri was about the family bonds that I made. Even though we lived in a lot of different homes, it was the family bonds that I carry with me in my heart. Meals at the table. We don't do that much these days, but my mom, she made chocolate gravy with biscuits and bacon. Their motto was, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and we all sat down and we ate together. We also lived on a dairy farm, and so that was a bonding experience in itself too, because to make a dairy farm work, you had to work together as a team. And my mom and dad were the coaches. So also part of bonding in my childhood was visits with aunts and uncles. Some of my favorite memories are Christmas tradition at my aunt's house. My dad, there was like 10 siblings all together and 24 nieces and nephews. And my aunt lived in this little 850 square foot house, and we all crammed in there. and she bought gifts for all of us. And I always looked forward to that every year. Another bonding experience was vacations. All of our vacations were planned around going to see our cousins and aunts and uncles. And with each place, there was something special that we looked forward to. Rook is a big family game, and when we went to visit our cousins in Illinois, we played a lot of rook. In Michigan, we'd go water skiing, and in Arkansas, we would sing and have guitar music and go on hikes, and we look forward to those every year. So my childhood memories, they happen in homes, but it was the bonds of love that keep them alive in my heart. When I moved to Alaska, home became something different for me. I wasn't married. We didn't have a home of our own. We went there with a couple of friends, and they had 2 kids, and we lived in an apartment together. But we were planning to get married. I was going to have a baby, and our landlords came to us whenever we were about to get married, and they adopted us. And I say that because she gave us our wedding rings.
Oh, that's wonderful.
They gave us an efficiency apartment to live in free for a month, and so we finally had our own home. And they adopted us, and their family became our family, and we spent holidays with them, and we ate meals with them, and their home was our home away from them. But our marriage went through a rough spot, like most people did, and we moved away trying to get things on the right track because there was something missing in my home, and it was God. We moved to Fairbanks, and we ended up in divorce. So home became something different. It was me and the kids. And my dad's idea that there was no churches in Alaska was wrong because we found a church home there. And it was because of the family and connections that I made within that church that Mitch and I got back together. It was their influences on us and God's blessing that got us back together. A father figure, he asked me one time why I was divorced, and I said, I just couldn't handle it anymore. And he quoted a scripture to me, "You can do all things through Christ who gives you strength." Made me think I need to try harder. And Mitch, he lived with one of the brothers in the church there, and he became a Christian. And so we talked, and he vowed to be a better husband, and we remarried, and our little family of 4 was back together again. And I'm so thankful for that. And we moved a couple more times, but with each move, we always found a church home, and we bonded with the people who treated us like family, who loved us like family. So the quote by Oliver Wendell Holmes, "Where we love is home, home that our feet may leave, but not our hearts." It means a lot to me. My feet left Missouri, and my feet left Alaska. but love's footprints of home in those places remain in my heart. And I know that all of you can relate to that. I'm sure that you have tracts of love that warm your heart. Thank you.
Thank you.